Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to get back working on a 240. It's been a while since I've done an update. I've got this plate kind of made and drilled to bolt down to the factory intake, and I've got about everything welded up. I've just got to make a piece for this, so that's what we're going to do today, is try to get this lower manifold done. I didn't go into it very much, but we've got the piece welded in. Now I've just got to get it in the mill and get it all perfectly level. Then I'll be ready to clean it up and put it back on the car. We've got that plug welded in. We've got it milled down to flatter enough. Now I'm working on countersinking the bolt holes for the Allen so that the blower can sit flat on top. So I've got to countersink all these. Some of the bolts that bolt the blower down are going to be really close to these. I hope it'll just miss it when I tap this and it'll still clear it. So now we're going to countersink a bunch of holes. Pain in the ass, but I got them all countersunk, and I'm actually impressed that it looks like most of the bolts are actually going to go in without having to waller everything out. Except for, I think there was one over here. Maybe that one. It might need a little work. But it's all pretty close. So now we're going to get the blower on there and start seeing where it's going to need to sit to get the belt lined up. We got it. This thing's going to stick way the hell out of the hood. But I got it slid back enough to line up with the belt and just missed this hole here by sliding it back and offsetting it towards the driver's side just a little bit. So we'll get it all marked and start drilling. Got the blower bolted down with some bolts. I still got to take this back apart and grind the manifold underneath so that it's got room for the threads to come through. So now we've got that kind of bolted down, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to get a belt on it. I figured out kind of how we're going to do this. Since it's not really a daily driver anymore, we're probably just not going to run a thermostat, so we can get rid of this big pile of crap. We'll probably block this off, make a plate, and have a tube come over here to get around the belt. So I didn't have any smooth pulleys. The plan is right now to swap this out for a smooth pulley, have the belt come up, around, back down, around this. This is just this goes all the way to the block, I guess, at least. It's not just plastic, there's metal there. But when I put these two next to each other, and these aren't smooth, but they're grooved, they're touching, so that's not going to work. So now I've got to do some studying to see if we can find a pulley that's smaller diameter and two of them that are smooth, and then I think I can make this work. This one bolt's probably not strong enough, so I'll have to figure out how to do that and then triangulate it to maybe catch this behind here somehow. So that's where we're at now. Still got to work out the little problems like making this not just sitting here, but this is how it's going to go. So I've just got to make a spacer or an adapter and then offset the hole so I can get the pulley a little further away, or else it's going to be, the belt's going to be pretty much touching, and then we'll be all right. So at least I got that lathe now, so we'll get to playing with the lathe. I've still got some things I want to redo. I want to redo this sleeve, but you can see how it's drilled off center, so it's shoving the pulley over a little bit so we have enough room for our belt. So that's figured out, at least the basics of it. Now it's a little weak, so my plan is to kind of remake it. I need to bring it out a little further. I'm going to make the sleeve go inside the pulley a little deeper, and I think on the back side I'm going to incorporate a spacer that's also a bracket to reach down and grab one of these bolts, or reach down and grab over here. And then I'm going to create a bridge to go across the front, which will make it's going to make it a pain in the butt to take the belt off and on, which hopefully you don't have to. That's the plan, is to not have to do that. So I'll connect this bolt to that bolt to help stabilize, because this is just an M8 bolt, and it goes way back in there. And there is a sleeve inside, so it's not like it's crushing plastic. There is a sleeve. I thought about pulling the sleeve out and making just one bigger, heavier piece. But if I can triangulate this, connect those two, and that works good enough, then it works good enough. So this has been pieced together over several weeks, because I've been going through a lot of crap, and I've been really busy. And this video is just all patched together, but just wanted to share something. This is what I've been working on. So that's it for today. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with injectors, because it's got these weird there's passages for air to go through at like a low RPM stuff, so the engine's pulling vacuum through here, helping atomize this at low RPMs. Obviously with boost that's not going to work, it's just going to push it back through. Now I've blocked those passages off in the manifold, but this still exists, and these little boots aren't going to hold back the boost pressure, so I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with injectors, especially since they got these little O-rings. They're not regular like US size stuff. But I've got a mill. I can probably just open it up to use regular US LS style injectors or something. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll get everything together and hopefully we'll hear this thing run soon. I'm pretty excited. It should be a beast. That automatic transmission, if it hooks up, it's probably not long for this world. That's good, because I really want to make this a drift car now. So it won't be too long, we'll be going stick. Anyway, thank you.